Okay guys, back with part 4 of the journaling tutorial for Viva Las Vegas stamps. And what I've done is I added the coffee ring stamp and this fantastic chicken wire. And I've got a little bit, what I did is I ink up just the center using my ink pad. Kind of blob it on there, and I want to, because I don't want this to be a set design with a set end. So this way you get kind of a end that comes and goes. It lets it fade into the background a little bit more for me than it would if I were to do the hard ends by stamping it just outright. I also think I want to, I don't know, maybe not. I really love this recycled heart. I think I do want to put it on here. But I wanted it, actually I want it up in this top corner so it'll come and make a nice flow going this way, I think. Could just be me, but I like it, so I'm gonna do it. Just get a little bit of ink on there and tape sticking to me. Just pull this, and I want it angled. I'm just gonna stick it right on there. Oh, I love that thing. And now with the ink off a little bit, I'm gonna try and encase this. There's a word dream on here. There we go. And I was able to encase that with that washed off ink, which turned out really cute. I like using it without re-inking a couple times because it lets the ink kind of fade out and still be there. And if you don't like, we'll just show you. Say you don't like it this dark on here, add a wash over it. Pick a color, and say we want to add a little bit more green to this. Why not? Just grab your paint. You can water it down if you don't have a washy thin paint, and just add right over. And it can, this color, don't worry about your image disappearing as long as you have your ink, your paints watered down a little bit, or if you buy those cheaper paints, because it will fade right in. And if not, you can, the fabulous thing about stamps is you can re-stamp them. And so that kind of pulls, actually I like that this pulls some detail up there. Just add a little bit more of the green. Use your finger just to add a little bit of texture and detail. If you don't want to use your finger, that's fine. Sometimes I like that it doesn't give you the same effect as a brush does. And you can see that green and blue being pulled right together, which is really nice. And you know, I think I'm going to add a little bit of the pink over to this other side because I just like these colors together. I think they work really well. And I'm going to water that down and just really pull it out of here because I don't want it to be overly pink. Just a little hint of it just peeking through. And maybe actually we'll add a little bit of pink just inside that heart. We'll let stay a little brighter. So let's just, without taking away from that word, because this does look like kind of a dream image to me. She's got her little alien crown, and I don't know, it's just adorable. And what I'm doing is just pulling the ink off the word dream, or not the ink, the paint. That way you can still really see it without losing the color. I like that. Which is perfect, actually. Turned out well because her eyes are over there kind of looking at it. And I want to add a little bit of color to her banner here. And I still have that pink left on my brush. I'm going to finish the blank spots around this eye so it pulls all the colors in. And I think I want to add some blue to the banner. So let me grab some of that turquoisey blue again. And I'm just going to put a tiny drop right on there. And it's literally like a teeny tiny drop. Did you see that before it dries there? Paintbrush is still really wet. Let's see, maybe not that wet. Let's dry that off and get a little bit. I'll just dip it right out of the lid. I do like it really watered down, but I want this to kind of stand out a little bit. There we go. So you can still see that it is the turquoise color. And you could leave it plain if you wanted. You can use words from magazines to put on this as well. I think I'm gonna add some washi tape to finish it up. There we go. I just really, I don't know. I like the way that that looks for me. Now, to finish this off, I've got some washi tape here. I like this color, and I think I'm just gonna add a whole strip across the bottom. Try to line this up as well as you can. Remember, it doesn't have to be perfect, especially if it's, you know, you're doing it in your art journal. And I think I've got one that's got a couple different colors on it. I'm just gonna rip off a piece here. Actually, I'm gonna cut a piece because I want it to go right up here, off the edge of the page. And I'm overlapping them just ever so slightly. And what this is doing is adding some more color without having to do layers and layers of paint. And you can cut those off if they go over the edge. Let's see here. And I've got this bright, I don't know, polka dotty colored washi tape here that's pink. And I think maybe add, I don't know, a little strip here. I'm gonna cut this off to the side over here at just a slightly higher angle than her eyes. So it just kind of keeps your flow kind of nice and even. I should turn this over so you guys can see it again. And really, just a couple more finishing touches and I think this will be it for me. I've got some of these lovely see-through washi tapes that have just a hint of, these ones are black and white. Like this is the photo film. And I really like these, so maybe I'll add this on here just slightly, taking it down. Oh, and actually it'd be cute on her crown too. Maybe put that right to the edge of there. Gives it a little something extra. And one more strip of these little stripes. Well, that gives it some color for me, and I think I really like the way this is. So I'm gonna call that finished. Thank you guys so much for hanging in with me. This has been a lot of fun, and I love creating these pieces using rubber stamps. They're just, I feel like they bring them to life a lot faster than me if I could draw it, and I could never draw something this detailed and just perfect. Like the eyes are just so alive and bright and cheerful. And eyes and my mouths are just so difficult to me. And even faces, without that template, without cutting one out of a magazine, it would just be a lot harder for me. So have fun with it. I would love to see what you come up with. Please feel free, if you make one, to share it with us. Share it with me, link me in the comments below. And thank you so much for stopping by, and enjoy your stamping. Have a fabulous day.